Well, welcome to a new episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey. Excited to have you with us today, as today we're going to go a little bit deeper with a real estate professional at EXP who's using his YouTube channel. So this is our YouTube series to be able to serve, support, and attract agents. So if you're someone out there looking to attract agents and you want to be able to add additional value in that segment, then this episode is going to be for you. Make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe, and comment below with what you learned, because we want to go ahead and share that with our audience and make this a community thing. What's up, Dan? Happy Friday, bro.
Happy Friday. Feeling a little better.
Nice.
My whole entire family has pink eye, so I got a prescription to avoid that, and so I'm going to pick that up after this podcast. So
OMG. Well, we appreciate your time on the podcast today. Hope the family feels better, and let's kick things off, shall we? Welcome to a new episode of Real Estate vs. Technology, your number one resource to get the inside scoop from top performing real estate professionals. How are they growing their business utilizing technology in today's market? Hear also from top performing coaches that can help and serve you in your real estate business, and also technology providers. Let's go deeper with these technology providers to ask them how they got where they're at today and how maybe their services could better serve your real estate business. A big shout out to Liftoff Agent for sponsoring our podcast. Go ahead and go to liftoffagent.com to learn about their marketing and positioning services to help scale your real estate business. If you haven't already done so, like the episode, subscribe. We want you to comment on YouTube what you learned from the episode and give us a review if you're going to be listening and streaming this podcast. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and enjoy this week's podcast of Real Estate vs. Technology. So Dan, I love this. Global real estate team helping real estate agent create the success and lifestyle they desire. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Ian?
Hey guys, how's it going?
We're going to Texas today. I feel like we have a lot of Texas guests, man.
Yeah, Texas is a great place.
Let's go, man. Well, we're super excited to have you on the show. It was funny. You were like, did I just hear Brent Groves? I was listening and watching some of your YouTube videos, and the value you're adding to this real estate community, as that's what we love to do here on the podcast. So first and foremost, thank you for adding massive value to the industry. And who doesn't want to have an amazing lifestyle and success? And you just got back from a trip, right?
I did. Yeah. We were up in Grand Lake, Colorado. Took the family up there and did all kinds of fun stuff.
Nice. Are you a big snowboarder? Or?
I have, man. I've been snowboarding for 25 plus years, kind of getting up there. But yeah, it's been amazing. Every time I strap in, it's just a great day to be on a mountain for sure. So I've been snowboarding for quite some time. I'm actually, I was planning on doing a boys trip here in a couple of weeks. We're going to go up to Utah, so get another session in.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
So we love to deep dive a little bit into the story leading up to the YouTube channel and this global real estate team that you have. So how did you find yourself in a real estate to where you're at today with EXP?
Man, you know, the journey started for me in real estate in the early 2000s, just reading books and paying attention to the markets. And my past life and career, I was a hairdresser. So my
hair's looking good, bro.
Yeah, it just, hey, man, it is what it is. So I had clients that were just lived a different lifestyle, and I was very curious about, because after you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you very clearly realize where you are, of how you earn money, how you make money, or you build a business, whatever the case may be. I was self-employed trading dollars for hours, and it drove me nuts, because every time I was away from the chair, I was just like, I wasn't making money. So I had to figure out a different way. And then I just knew as I got older, I just had to be in real estate, right? That's a lifelong type of business to be in. So got in real estate early 2000s, started reading books, started buying houses on the investing side. And we actually started a YouTube channel quite a long time ago, but I didn't really get YouTube. I didn't really get how powerful it was. But yeah, 17 years in the game, been at it for a while, flipping houses, doing luxury flips. I have a client representing right now, 1.2 million, brought one of my builder buddies in that builds, multi-million-dollar homes. So we're doing a full architectural custom redesign to build a house. So yeah, I'm very active in real estate. It's been an incredible journey. So,
woo, dang, awesome. Energy.
Yeah, it never stops.
And tying that YouTube into the investment journey, not so much the real estate agent journey yet, but are you just document what are you doing, like your projects, like what does that content revolve around?
Years ago, whenever I had a coaching business, and that's what really launched the YouTube channel, because I cut my teeth in the investing game, learning how to buy and sell, raising capital and all that. And I had a coach and mentor that had helped me along that journey. And he was in the info space, you know, talking on stages all around the country. Yeah. He's like, hey man, you need to share what you're doing with people, because it's been an incredible journey from you being a hairdresser, zero to building this real estate business. So that's where the YouTube journey started, just documenting back then. And then we created a coaching company. We were teaching people how to flip, raise capital. We were doing bus tours in Tampa, and Dallas, and LA. And we did that for years. And we were documenting that, but we were also using YouTube as a hub to anchor our videos so we could plug into our funnels for all of our online marketing. So, I mean, YouTube is one of those black holes that it never ends. And whenever you meet people that are killing it at a really high level and you hear the things that they're doing by leveraging YouTube with their business and their funnels, it's just remarkable what you can accomplish.
Yeah, no, it's
I love that.
Been following a lot of them for years. I'm an investor myself, and you know, I kind of sort them into two piles: people who are selling something all the time, and people who are actually providing real value that you can apply. There's kind of a mix of both. I'm not saying that there's not, you know,
100% agree. No, I get it. So back then we were using YouTube to bring people to us, right? Inbound marketing funnel. And then the more I started posting about like the renovation projects and all that, then people were reaching out to me wanting me to come design and redo their kitchens. I was like, no, that's not the lead that I want. Right? So I still post a little bit about the walkthroughs. I think there's one on there from, I don't know, a couple months ago on the channel where it was like, hey, check out this Ridgehaven walkthrough. It was just out, you know, $200,000 remodel. And I was actually kind of promoting the listing it and selling it, right? I kind of positioned it like, hey, we just did this incredible house over here in Lake Highlands in Dallas, Texas. If you're looking to buy a house in this neighborhood, it's contact me. So I kind of used it that way. But I do have another channel that is 100% dedicated towards, you know, buyers and sellers and consumers. I kind of stopped posting on it just because, you know, you guys know, you've got to focus on one channel, right? You can do a bunch of channels, but being a single person, I mean, single, I would say single, but meaning like it's my channel. I'm not collaborating with a lot of people to push content out on it. So I had to decide, okay, am I going to focus on my real estate team towards educating, attracting, and all the fun stuff that happens with the team, which is a lot larger than what I can do myself. Yeah. But anyway, long story short, I've just stayed focused on my team building channel, which is the one that you guys are referencing.
Dude, that's great for, I think, our viewers and listeners, right? Because some people can kind of get fragmented in too many different directions.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the budget to invest, and even if you have the budget to invest, you still need to take a lot of that brain power to put together the SOPs and the KPIs to really have a system and process.
For sure.
Yeah. And then you really have to check checks and balances. What's going on? How is it working? What have you? So if you already have a global team, it's like, why not just add value to the team that you already have, and, or, you know, bring in additional agents for your team as well.
100%. So the channel definitely evolved. You know, I actually dumped over 200 videos off of it over the years, just because they were just like random shots of this and this and that. So I don't know, as you evolve on YouTube, you guys knows this, right? Every year to 2 years, if you look back at your content, just this evolution of you becoming the person that you desire to become. And it's like that with every YouTube influencer. I like the people that leave their old videos on. You can scroll down years and years and years and years and years and see kind of where they started. Because, you know, when we're coaching agents to get on YouTube, they're just like, they want their content to look like the people that have been on for a decade or 5 years, or you know what I mean? Like it's a journey. You just have to start. You just have to start.
We have a big portion of our client list on the Liftoff agent side is agents in California. And it's really funny because it's like pulling teeth to get them to shoot video, because they want to call their professional listing video company and make it look like a Hollywood, Netflix, you know, episode. And I'm like, stop trying to overproduce
a video.
Like just start shooting content. I was like, look at my stuff. I'm driving a truck. You can barely hear me. Like, but it's getting views, it's getting traction. And that's the whole point, is to attract people to you, your brand, your authority. That's it.
100%. Yeah. I tell people this, like, look, it doesn't matter about what you look like, what you sound like, because the audience chooses you.
Yep.
That's it. And I come from a place of abundance. So it doesn't matter what business, what product, it doesn't matter what it is out there. You've got to go create what you desire. And YouTube is the perfect platform, because that's where I call it a Google YouTube University. Like, well, how did you learn how to do that? I go to YouTube. How'd you learn how to do that? I Googled it, you know?
Yes.
It's just this progression.
Yeah. And then now it's like with AI, it's like how'd you come up with that script or
Oh
that
man,
listing?
yeah.
You know, oh, ChatGPT, you know, so now
Yeah,
you
we
can
can
take
go
it.
into that. I've been pounding that. That thing is amazing.
Right? I'm
I'm
just
afraid of it.
waiting in the spirit of YouTube. I'm waiting for the AI video editing software. Could you imagine just throwing a video in there and it just doing the transitions and it does everything that it needs to do for the transcriptions and the B-roll and everything? Would be amazing to just save so much time. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, no, it's great. I just launched the site and over the last couple of weeks, and I worked with the AI. I call it Chaz instead of saying Chat GPT every time. It's just my writing assistant, which we've had ghostwriting. Actually, we have one on staff, but I've leveraged ghostwriters for years for ebooks and emails and all kinds of stuff. But now it is incredible. But I've also been learning how to use it better, like programming it. Now there's extensions you can download for article writing and SEO. It's just unbelievable what that tool has done for just humanity. It doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Yeah, the university professors are having heart attacks on copyright because I grew up in a copywriting and advertising, bachelor's degree. And like when this came out, I literally was just like, man, if this would have been around like 10, 15 years ago, I would have never had to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. That's for sure. It's you can actually program it now, not now, but I've learned more about how to leverage it.
Yeah.
So you can take copy, like let's say you want to write an article about your business or a niche or something. You can say, hey, I'm going to give you some information so you can learn more about my business and what I'm trying to create. Understand? ? Yes. And you upload it. And then it gives you a synopsis of what you just gave it. And then you say, hey, I want you to do this, or I want you to write this. And then you can actually coach it. So you can regenerate your responses. Like, you know what? I want it to be in second person, but also want it to have a little bit more persuasion. Hey, you know what? Let's rewrite the conclusion, but add a little bit more scarcity and a call to action to reach out to me. Yeah. I mean, it is like, and how to learn how to do that? YouTube.
Y'all getting that out there? I love that.
I mean, you can go like I did, like the most expensive neighborhoods in Dallas, Texas. There's like 10 of them, right? All right, let's take Highland Park. Write me a short article with 5 bullet points about the living in Highland Park, Texas. Done. All right, where am I going to put that? Well, I can use that as scripting for videos, like on YouTube right now. I can blog it. I can chop it up. I can repurpose it into 500 different ways till Sunday. I mean, it is unfreaking believable what you can do with that. I've learned, this is just in the last 2 weeks what I've learned how to do that.
That's invaluable. If there's anything to comment below what was just said, Ian, that's magical. And I think there's so many people out there, and that as a script, right? That's your next 5 videos you could be filming for YouTube, because we have a lot of guests on the episode, on the shows that are area experts. We have the core team wearing their shirt. Shout out. This is Derek and the core team in Hawaii, moving to Hawaii. So there's a lot of different channels out there that I think is just so easy now. And you just point, shoot, get going, and then boom, there's your script. And actually at the Liftoff Agent side, we're doing 30 video topics on how to niche, like get more focused around your ideal buyer, seller area that you serve, and then taking that and going even deeper with it. So just using the AI to then help you get focused on the subject, the bullet points, and then have a call to action. You want the exact response from ChatGPT? Send us a DM. It's crazy.
It is unbelievable. There's no doubt. So, I mean, gosh, where can we take this conversation? You want to take it back into the AI or into YouTube or what? Because I know our time's limited today. So
I think the AI was great to touch on just a tad, but I would love to understand, like, viewers and listeners, they see your YouTube channel. It's great. Either A, links down below, join the dang team, or B, right, they're gonna see what you're doing and potentially want to add value to their own team, maybe within the ecosystem.
Sure.
So editing, best practices and techniques, like, let's get some practical.
I think you really do need to have some basic knowledge. I wouldn't necessarily say you need to go spend $500 for an editing software. I use iMovie. Because there's a lot of situations, like I'm recording on my phone here, but I'm going to need to get into an editing software to maybe chop it up to send it to an editor, or to better prepare it. So just having some basic editing knowledge is important, because you've got to learn how to move data, videos from a device into a computer, into a software, or whatever the case may be. So I think just having basic editing knowledge is really important. And there's over the last couple of years, I finally got connected with professional editors. So I did a lot of the own editing myself for years. So I got really good at it, but realized that was a bottleneck in my business and just my content strategy that I had to remove. It's just like anything in business, right? Remove yourself from it because that's the only way you can scale. So I've almost removed myself from every aspect of my business. And I'll say this because I've literally been able to build a business of my dreams. And check this out.
Wow.
I get paid on hundreds of transactions every single month that I don't know who the agents are and I don't know where the houses are. And then even in my own business locally here, I work with a hedge fund and we close hundreds of transactions locally. Contracts that I personally write, I have assistants draft them, write them, have TCs close them, and I have listing when I have agents that go open the doors. So I don't even go to the houses that I'm doing here unless it's a personal client like the big custom remodel. So yeah, I've removed myself from almost every aspect of the legwork, and that's just how the heck do you do that, right? So then that's something that I've been working on for years. And that's, it started, 17, 18 years ago, reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, learning about leverage and business and just pulling yourself out. And not a lot of people think that way in real estate because they want to go open the door. They want to put the sign in the ground, which is great. You should, but I'm almost 50 and I got a 4-year-old. So I want to be there for her.
You bring up something that I want to touch on before we cap out here is that I was talking to an agent, won't mention their name, that he was the top agent in my county. And we're talking about investments. We always like, he gets an investment property, I get an investment property. We always call each other first. Hey, do you have an investor?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I was like, I'm growing a team. I'm leveraging it. I want to be able to do exactly what you're talking about. But he was like, well, you got to keep in mind that this is a relationship business and you got to be selling houses and meeting people and talking about stuff. And I was like, no, I get it. But then that's 1975 thinking.
Yes, you should do that first. Don't get me wrong. You can't skip it over, right? But this, you got to get in the game first and then you leverage it.
Yeah. And then I was like, we're 55, 60 transactions in. I was like, as soon as my goal is at 100 transactions, I was like, that's over with. Like, I ain't opening doors anymore. The team is.
Yeah.
And it's just different methodologies. But I think that a lot of that comes back to the story and how you implement all of those things. And that's what your YouTube channel is really gearing towards, is attracting those people who want to look up to you as a person that they see that future success. That's huge. That visionary objective is what you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part about real estate is, here's the thing, is everyone's crushing it in every niche in real estate, every brokerage, you name it. There's people that crush it in everything. You've got to figure out you. That's what YouTube is. That's what you do. You've got to figure out you. And the more comfortable you get with just being you and being in front of a camera and putting it out there to the world, then the faster that's going to get you to what your end goal is. Regardless of what niche it is. I mean, let's sell Baby Shark chapstick. Right? If I want to sell this baby shark chapstick, I want to be following my daughter around, putting this on her all day, making goofy videos and putting affiliate links to Amazon or whatever site. So when kids watch it, they want the Baby Shark chapstick. So they click on the link, buy it, and I get paid.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's just leverage. It's there's so many different ways that you can leverage business, especially in real estate. But I understand there's a big curve to get over. But once you get over that curve, right, it's just hold on. Hold on tight, like Brent Gove. I mean, that guy's story is unbelievable. If he doesn't publicly say the numbers that he's making, but he's literally making millions and millions of dollars while he's traveling the world. Wow. How the heck do you do that? Well, you build a big ass company and you leverage it. It's just like Jeff Bezos. He ain't packing the products. He ain't packing the Baby Shark, chapstick in the package. He may go down to the warehouse every once in a while for morale, but he's on his 300-foot yacht somewhere. I don't know.
In perspective, just so everybody knows this, in 2014, I knew who Brent Grove was, and he was nowhere near where he is today. And we're almost cresting, 2024. So that was 10 years ago. I personally knew, I don't know him as a friend, but I knew who he was, his real estate team and what he was doing. And he was crushing it, but he wasn't making $3 million a month.
No.
In a 10-year period.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So
unbelievable.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, same thing with YouTubers. I mean, if you think about Casey Neistat or Mr. Beast or any niche, like there's people killing it and crushing it in every niche. It's just that tenacity and belief and just getting after it and just Just go. Just hit record and go.
Wow.
You just got to document the journey and go.
It's a fire episode, man. I absolutely love it. This is awesome. And I know that we are coming up to time. And I mean, you just left us some amazing golden nuggets. And on the show, we like to just end the episode with something you want to leave for our viewers and listeners so they could take it and apply to their business today. So let's give them an action step. What would be an action step, something they could do right now
today?
Bullet points,
right.
1, 2, 3. Like, what would you say?
So it doesn't matter. Let's just keep the topic on real estate. So here's a really neat hack. Keyword research hack is go to answerthepublic.com and just type in a phrase: buying a house in Orlando, Florida, homes for sale in Orlando, Florida, luxury homes for sale in Orlando, Florida, and just click enter. And then it's going to basically scrape Google and put right in your lap what all the top searches of what people are searching in phrases. And there's going to be hundreds of different phrases there. So you have your short tail keyword, which is Orlando, Florida. So if you're a real estate agent in Orlando, Florida, fill in the blank for any city in the United States or anywhere in the world, really, that's your short tail keyword. So everything's going to target around Orlando, Florida. Then you start adding long tail keywords: how to buy a house in Orlando, Florida, how to sell a luxury house in Orlando, Florida, how to buy a waterfront property in, you get my point, right?
Yep.
So that's where it starts. And then you can start doing titles for each of those. And if you want to use Chaz, which is my virtual writing assistant, Chat GPT, then you can start taking those keywords and dropping them in there and say, hey, write me a short article on buying a home in Orlando, Florida. What?
Boom.
There it is. Now you have a script. I don't read it word for word. I use it as bullet points.
Yes.
I let it hit it, and then I go, boom, here's my bullet points. And so I'll do a little bit of editing on that of how kind of what I see, but I use it just as a template each time, and then I can expand on it and I can change it. The top 5 mistakes you don't want to make when buying a house in Orlando, Florida, right? I can spin that topic around 10, 15, 25, 50 times. So once you understand how to create titles based off of keyword research and what people are already searching on the web, then it makes everything else so much easier. Then you can really get out there and create content that people are searching versus, I need to pay $5,000 for this drone video to get me a shot of me pulling up in my rented Lamborghini that I'm going to go into this house that I don't know who owns it, but I'm doing a preview appointment here, right? To create that, whatever. You get my point, right? So that's where it starts. It starts with the keyword research, understanding that, and then you putting content out on the web, YouTube, Google, whatever, where the traffic is already searching. That's how you get found. And then, you want to blend in your life, the family fun or whatever the case may be. So people really connect to you as a person. So if you're in Colorado, where I just came back from, you're doing lifestyle videos. I'm in Colorado. And then you mix in the real estate.
Yes.
So you anchor all your keywords in of what you want, right? You want someone that wants to buy a house, sell a house, or if you want to get very niche specific, waterfront X, vacation rental here, So, but it starts with Answer the Public, and then I use a tool called Keyword Surfer. It's another extension in my browser. Well, it gives me search volume so I can see what top searches are. Or just go to Google or YouTube and type in your short tail keyword with maybe a couple long tails in there, and it'll populate a dozen or so other similar. Screenshot those. So now you have all your keyword topics. So if you're selling houses in Highland Park, Texas, Highland Park is your short tail keyword, your anchor topic, and then you're like, buying, selling, listing, grooming, taking care of, schools, shopping, it's always back to Highland Park, Texas, dining in Highland Park, Texas. And then you got the lifestyle, what to do in Highland Park, Texas. So it's endless. But once you figure that out, then that's when you can open up your content strategy. And it comes up to you to just get them done, right? Bang it out, get it done.
Wow. I'm sure everyone now is getting a bunch of dopamine releases. They're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. But I challenge you to don't just feed off that. Go download those things, go do them.
Do it.
Dan's doing it. I already see him writing things down. He's downloading.
Put your phone up and hit record. That's it.
Yeah.
Just hit record and then figure out how to do a little bit of editing. If you want to spend some money, I would say spend money on a trailer video, a short glimpse, no longer than 5 seconds. No one wants to watch 18 seconds of you touting yourself.
Yep.
Just a very short little glimpse of your face, what you do, and then boom, you're into your episode. So boom, it's so easy. Just do it. And then start hiring a team around you. That's what I've done over the years. VAs, editors, writing. Now I have Chaz, my AI assistant. So back to the leverage. So Obviously, I don't even upload I upload some of the stuff, but most of my production videos, I don't even upload them. I have a whole team that does that.
I love
I just take the raw link. Like I look into the camera and I say, hey guys, today we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z. End it. I drag that file over to the editor and it's done.
Boom.
I'll review it one time and I'll make some edits and then boom, it's on YouTube. So once you get to that point, that's when you can really scale your content and then your audience expands and your views start going up and all that fun stuff. So,
well, you heard it first. Practical actions that you can apply to your business. Now we want to hear what was the big takeaway. Comment below. Ian, thanks so much for being on the episode, man.
Got it, man. Anytime, fellas.
You're fire, bro.
Anytime, man. Well, YouTube's fun and I love it. And I guess I'm a YouTuber. Is that the thing that they call the cool kids that are on YouTube? My daughter will say that, hey, daddy, I want to see you on YouTube. Okay, I'll get the flat screen out. Apple TV. She gets a giggle and I turn it off.
I love it.
All right, guys.
Dan, thanks for co-hosting.
Appreciate it. This has been awesome. So many golden nuggets, man. And when I write stuff down, it's a good guest.
Yeah, anytime, man. I love YouTube. So anytime you guys want to collaborate about YouTube, let's go.
Dude, and thanks to all our viewers and listeners. If it wasn't for you, our podcast wouldn't be here. So we wanted you to apply the things that you learned from our episodes to your business, have more massive success. Hit the notification bell, comment below with what you thought and heard and what you're going to apply to your business. And we will see you on the next one. Woo!